Max Dillon walks inside and he's all ready to go to sleep. He looks tired. He looks drained emotionally and physically and mentally, all of that jazz. Then his phone begins to ring. He looks at his phone and it's Mr. Smythe. He answers it. He says, "Hello?" Mr. Smythe says, Max, did you just get home?" Max says, "Yes." "Well, I need you to come back." "What? I just got home. I can't." He doesn't say anything. His face becomes a little agitated. He has this agitated expression. He says, "Why, Mr. Smythe?" Mr. Smythe says, "It's an emergency, Max. We need you. Please." Max Dillon then turns around, opens his door, leaves. Cut to black. Now, we cut to black. Us as the audience, we see a black screen. Then we see images flashing and yelling. Like, it's flashing and flash ends. Then we see the camera is like behind this pillar. It's this pillar. And the camera turns around and we see Max is blue. And he looks like we've seen him in the trailers. He's blue and his eyes are closed. He opens his eyes. And he starts breathing and electricity starts coming off. He opens his eyes and he looks. And there's like this containment. He's like hooked up to this thing and he can't really move. And he looks around and he's like, and a microphone, it's like a voice from a microphone. "Are you all right, Mr. Dillon?" What happened? Where am I?" "You had an accident at Oscorp. Are you okay?" "An accident? What happened? Where am I?" And then we see this monitor and we see Max Dillon falling into this pit of eels. And we see him shaking, and then the pit of eels exploding, and this explosion happening at Oscorp. And Max is, he's, what happened? How did I get here? Why? And then the screen turns, and it's like him, and he's all blue, and he's, what? Why am I blue? And electricity begins to spot off of him. What's going on? And he begins freaking out. "We need you to relax." And then there's like a voltage of electricity sent to Max. And he's like, it's hurting him. He's, "Stop. Please. Please stop." And then the voice says, "Max, we need you. We need you, Max Dillon." And he's like, "You need me?" He's like, "Yes, we need you. We need you to get Spider-Man." "Spider-Man? Spider-Man? My best friend." "Yes, your best friend, Max. We need you to get him. Do you know where he is?" "My best friend. Yes, I can find him. He'll come for me. We need you to get him, Max." Okay. "How do you want me to get him?" "We're gonna let you go. And you're gonna draw him out in Times Square." "Times Square? Yes. Times Square." "All right, Max." And then the lights turn off. We have not seen who Max is talking to. We just heard a voice, and we just saw him in this the containment thing. All right, so now the lights turn off, and all we see is Max lit up. He's lit up and he's blue. And then it cuts to black again. Now, this time when it's black, we hear and we hear screaming. "Ah!" It's Max screaming. And then it completely cuts to black with no blue, no screaming or anything. And then we see Max is awake. He is now laying on this gurney. It looks like he's in a place where dead bodies go, like a morgue. And he's in a gurney. He's on a gurney, and he opens his eyes. And he's wearing like a containment thing, like almost like the suit that we saw in the trailers. Like in the picture we see Peter Parker, Spider-Man, and Electro like that. He's wearing that. No, there is no hoodie scene in my movie. In my version, there is no hoodie. Okay. So he's laying, and he gets up. He's not naked. He's wearing that suit with the little dial on his head. He gets up. He's like, oh, it wasn't a dream. And then we hear like almost it sounds very, very electric, like almost staticky. Get Spider-Man, like something like, get Spider-Man. We need Spider-Man. Don't forget, Max. We need you. And he's, yes. He gets up and he falls down. He's like, ah, and it's very hard for him to like walk. And then things around him, lights start like going out around him. And he's like, and he's like looking, moving things, hitting things with electricity. He takes each step he takes, electricity goes like around him. And we see the dial on his head, it's going like green, right? It's like moving, fluctuating, but it's green mostly. He gets up and he looks around, he's noticed he's in the morgue, and he's like, Spider-Man, I gotta get Spider-Man. And he has a smile, and he's like, I'm powerful. And he starts electrocuting things and stuff, and he's like, looks like he's having fun. He looks like a child almost, like, choom, choom, choom. And then he gets up to this wall, and he's like, I need to get out of here. And he puts his hands on the wall, and we start to see this ripple effect of electricity going around the wall, and it's like, choom, 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 choom. And he puts his hands on it, and it's like, boom, and it blows up completely. And there's like, it's like outside, but it's in an alleyway. And Max sees this, like the emergency exit, and it's going up a building. Max looks at it, and it's metal. And he puts his hands on it, and he turns to this like electricity. And he think of like instead of his normal form, it's just electricity. And he goes up the emergency exit, but he goes up it, and it's like really fast up to the roof of the building. And he solidifies himself, and he goes, whoa, this is awesome. And he starts to run and like shoom, like teleport almost. Shoom, teleport, shoom, teleport, shoom, teleport, shoom, teleport, shoom. And he's like having an amazing time. And then we see on his head it's becoming like the power is becoming like yellow. And he shoom, teleport, shoom. And he lands on this building. And he's feeling a little bit weaker. And he looks, and it's Times Square. And he's like, I need more power. And then the voice goes, Spider-Man, Spider-Man, don't forget about Spider-Man, Spider-Man. I need more power. Shoom, teleport, shoom, till he gets to Times Square. And now he's walking. He's walking, and people are kind of looking at him because he's blue. And they're like, whoa, what the heck? Whoa. And then he sees this like vent, and it has, he's looking at it, and electricity begins going up to his face from it. And he's like, power. And he rips the vent open, like in the trailer, puts his hands on it, and goes, ah! And everybody looks at him and freaks out. And then the police are like, hey! And they aim at him, right? And it's just, ah! And now we cut to Peter Parker and Emma Stone. Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy. They're at Peter's apartment. And Gwen Stacy goes, how's your aunt doing? He's like, I'm sure she's all right. I haven't spoke to her in a while. And he realizes that. And they begin like kissing and stuff. And they're about to go to his bed. Stop thinking what you're thinking. Anyway, you're about to go to his bed, and all of a sudden, Spider-Man Peter, he looks up at his light, and he pushes Gwen back, and it goes. His light was on, but it like the light bulb. He pushed Gwen back before because spider sense, you know. And she's like, "What's going on?" And he was like, "Wait." And then we see like him focus like outside. He has a balcony too on his apartment. He focuses outside. And then we cut back to Max Dillon, and the police are like, "Stop!" And he's like, "Ah!" And everything around him begins fluctuating. All the lights and stuff fluctuating. He's, and we see the thing go back to green. He's like, and he's looking at all the police, and the police are looking at him. And then we cut back to Peter, and he's like, "I gotta go." And she's like, "Okay." And then he runs, and like the suit, you know, materializes on him, and we see him jump out, and we see him do this spinny thing and start web swinging to Times Square. Electro is standing there. All the police are like, "Freeze!" And he's like, "No!" And he electrocutes, like, shoots out at the police officers, and they like, and the police officers go, "Ah!" And they fall back. He's like, "I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I'm sorry." And with each syllable, each time he speaks, electricity flies out of his mouth too. "I'm sorry. I'm sorry." And it's not really big. It's just think of like a static or something. And he's like, I don't mean any harm. I don't mean to hurt anyone." And then the police, after him shooting them out, there's police on his side, and they're shooting at him, and he's like, "No!" And all of the bullets are basically becoming ashes. They're becoming ashes with each time they come near him. And he says, "Stop shooting!" And he does that, and he knocks like this police car up in the air. And there's another police officer, think about the trailer. And he's like, and Spider-Man comes over and he saves it, he holds it, throws it off. He's like, "You all right?" He was like, "Okay." And then he looks at him and he's like, hey, relax. And then Max looks at Spider-Man. Get Spider-Man. He's like, "Spidey." And Spider-Man's like, "Relax, man. What's going on? What happened to you? Why are you all electric? What's going on?" And Max Dillon is like, "Spidey, I didn't mean to hurt anyone. Please, I didn't mean to. Something happened to me." He's like, "I can clearly see something happen. Relax. What's going on? We can help you." He's like, "I need you." And he's like, "You need me, Max?" I take that back. He didn't say Max. I take that back. He's like, you need me?" He's like, "Yeah. Do you remember me? It's your best friend, Max." And Peter is like, "Max?" He's like, "Yes, Max." And Spider-Man's like, "Yeah, Max, what's going on, man? We can go somewhere. We can be cool. We can chill out, you know." And Max Dillon is like, "I need you to come with me." And Spider-Man's like, "You need me to come with you? Where?" And the police are all around. There's snipers up. And "You need me to come with you? Where?" He's like, "I need you to come with me." And he's like, "Where?" He's like, "I need you." And Spider-Man's like, "Whoa, relax, man, relax." And when he yells, it's like everything around him, the lights all flicker even more. And Max looks around, and he's all on the screens, and he's like, and Spider-Man's like, "It's all right. We can go. We can go to wherever you need me to go. I'll go. Let's go. Let's go right now." And then he's like, and then the police, Max begins taking footsteps, and the electricity is shooting out, and all the police are like, "Don't move!" And they're like, and Spider-Man's like, "Leave him alone. Stop. He doesn't mean any harm. It's an accident. This is all an accident." And then what happens? There's a sniper aimed at him. And we hear, "Prepare to take the shot." And then Max he begins taking steps, and he takes one step over the vent, and electricity just goes shoom. And then he takes the shot, boom, and it hits Electro. It actually hits him, and it goes like that, and we see him dematerialize, and he goes shoom, and he falls back. And when he falls back, Spider-Man's like, and then Electro comes up, and he like, boom, and like all the cars that are around go in the air and they explode. And Spider-Man, he jumps off of the car that he was on because it blew up, and he goes toward Electro. He webs towards him, and then he goes to like hold him, and he comes to him, and Electro dematerializes, and he comes back up like on this, like near this Times Square screen thing, and he's like on it, and he's flying, but the electricity is shooting from out of his hands and his feet onto the ground, almost like they're propelling him up. Think about if you ever play Marvel Nemesis, Rise of the Imperfects, Johnny Ohm, how he flies. It's like the electricity shoots out of him and is hitting the ground. So it's like that. So he's like, Shah! and all of the Times Square, the screen, the lights, all of that electricity is coming out, and it's violently going into Electro, and he's screaming, Rah! And he's turning, like his face is turning like this red, almost like, ah! And then he goes, Shoom! And he starts shooting at the police officers. Spider-Man, he's on the ground, he's looking up, and he's like, what do I do? And he begins thinking, and he sees there's a whole bunch of people over there, and Electro goes, Shoom! And Spider-Man thinks, what can I do? And we see like the spider sense thing happening. Everything kind of slows down a bit, and the people, they're all like, they're off to the side behind these barricades looking, and they're all, and Spider-Man is like, what can I do? And then he shoots his web. He shoots his web, and it goes, basically, it takes all of the electricity. All of the electricity just that was going towards those people is redirected into Spider-Man's web line. And he goes, and it just makes it go, and he flies back, and he hits a wall, and he just falls and hits the ground. And Electro, shoom, and the police are shooting at him, and they just get fried. Electro is killing people. Electro is killing people. Spider-Man is like, Spider-Man gets up, and he looks over, and there's some firefighters. Spider-Man jumps over to it, and he gets the he gets the fire hose, and he sprays him down. But when he's spraying them down, like, Electro looks at him, and he does another electric shock to him. And it's crazy. It's like a... So Spider-Man has the fire hose, and he goes, zoom, and the water's shooting out at Electro. And then there's electricity coming to Electro also. So Spider-Man is going, yeah! And he's being fried. And Electro's power is like draining, and he goes, shoo. And we go back to the dial, and it turns red. And Electro goes, and he like falls on the ground, and Spider-Man falls on the ground, and his eyes begin, we see like it coming in and out, and going black, and coming in and out, and going black, and coming in and out, and we see Electro on the ground, and this van pulls up. The police are going towards, this van comes up, and it looks like SWAT people, and people wearing suits, and they grab Electro, they grab him, and they put him in the van, and then they drive off. And one dude comes over to Spider-Man, and Spider-Man, he looks at him, and Spider-Man blacks out. And that's it. So, now, we cut back to, Peter Parker wakes up, and he is at his apartment. He wakes up, he's like, how did I get here? And then Gwen is like, are you alright? And he's like, yeah. What happened? How did I get here? And she was like, you came in. And he's like, oh, I don't remember what happened. And then the TV is on. She's like, I saw it all on TV. Who is that? What's going on? He's like, I don't, it's this guy. I said, he works at Oscorp. And she looks at the TV, and we see Spider-Man. Like, we see everything I just said with the fire hose and the electricity and Max falling down. And she's like, Max? That's Max Dillon from Oscorp. And he's like, yeah, I just told you that. And she's like, who are those people that came to get him? And as we see in the video, well, on TV, it's the police or the people that look like SWAT members. They're grabbing Electro and throwing him in the back of the truck. And then we see Spider-Man, this person grabs Spider-Man, and Spider-Man jumps up and like hits the mess out of the guy. Like, boom, and the dude falls completely down. And then some police come over. Not police, but more SWAT guys. And Spider-Man webs them and like throws them into like a building, and then jumps out of there, like jumps super high, like shoom, and jumps out of shot. And Peter's like, I did that? And Gwen's like, what? Yeah, clearly. She's like, you hit that guy hard. And he's like, he looks at his, he looks very weird and shocked, like, I don't remember. Maybe I blacked out from the electricity or whatever. I don't know. And then we cut, and it goes to Electro. Electro is back in the containment thing. And the voice goes, what happened, Max? Max goes, I couldn't get him. I couldn't get him. And then they're like, it's okay. It's okay, Max. You just let us down. And Max goes, no, I can do it. I can do it. He's my best friend. He'll help me. He'll help me. And then they say, he'll help you. Max, he tried to stop you. He just put water all on you. He was trying to kill you, Max. And he's like, no, he wouldn't do that. And then they show the clip. He's like, he did do it. And Max goes, he's my best friend. He's like, no, he's an enemy to you and to I. We need to get him. We need to stop him. Together we can be the heroes, Max. You're more powerful than him, Max. And Max goes, and he gets sad and he looks up. He's like, yes, we are more powerful. He's a traitor. He was my best friend. And now he tried to kill me. Max, we need to take him off the street. We need to take him off the street. That's the voice. We don't see the person that's speaking, but we hear the voice. It's like, yes, we can save New York. He's like, that's right, Max, we can do it. And then he looks up. I'm not Max. I'm Electro. And then it ends. That's the end of this part. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you watching. The movie hasn't came out yet. Can't wait to see the movie. I just can't wait. I can't wait to see the movie. Hopefully it'll be good. Hopefully. I mean, if it's bad, then, you know, I think my story's good. Hopefully. Maybe. I don't know. But if it's bad, I'm going to be very mad. Yeah. All right. Stay tuned for the next pod. Peace. Peace out, guys. Peace. Later. Peace. I said a peace.
Venom 2 million.